What in the world is in that bag? What you got in that bag?
Video games that were purchased off of the internet.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Charlie. I completely butchered the audio on my first take of this, so this is going to be called Speed Round. And I hope you're ready for some games and bags. And I got 2 batches to show you, and we're going to go through them. I was happy with what I was putting out there, but just, you know what? God said your audio's not going to come through, so my audio didn't come through. So, bag number 1. I'll just straight up tell you, this bag was $20. It was on my way home from work, and I felt good about it before I checked the prices in my previous video before stuff happened, and I feel even better about it now. So, first up, Lego Batman 3. Batman games, I love them more in theory than reality. I think it is a non-offensive game for kids to play. It is weird how many they put out and how quickly the prices like absolutely crater on them. I don't know if Warner Brothers is just running too many of them or if they view it as a way to get people in the Lego ecosystem, but it's wild. So we're going to continue on with, and man, I'm so mixed up. I'm mad because stuff didn't capture last time. So that allegedly is worth $681, which is more than I thought it would be. You could get it digitally for way less than that. Number 2, Batman DC Superheroes 2. And that is for PS3 as well. That is valued at $745. Disc and manuals are in good condition, but they're black and white, but not very big manuals. I would be interested what Lego Dimension stuff is going for. I thought that was a really cool concept. And I kind of wish, I've already complained about them having too many Lego games out there. I wish they would just sell those individually chunks. Like that Sonic the Hedgehog Lego game, I'd buy it like right now. $10? Sure, let's do it. I thought that was a great system, especially if you were cool with the Toys to Life, which it's interesting. I had bought a lot of Disney Infinity stuff because I'd find it on clearance. And those were really cool toys. I wish I would have kept them for my kids. I have some along my wall here. Next up on that Lego trip, we got Marvel Superheroes. That is valued at $750. This is one of the few times they've done that deal with Disney to get Marvel in there. I am wondering if they'll ever have a Lego Disney game, though, like Disney proper, because Disney Infinity was the response to it. Now Disney Infinity ain't a thing. Disney is still not making their own games. It seems like it would be a good fit, but maybe they just don't want to do that deal. Too many people wanting too much money. I'm going to stay on superheroes, and we're going to go to Batman Arkham Asylum. This is Game of the Year edition, which I think just includes some special challenge levels. They didn't have any huge like DLC for it. And the PS3 little perk there, because this is wartime between 360 and PS3, was you could play as the Joker for a couple levels. I think Xbox might have had their own little exclusive thing. I'm ready for that stuff to be done. No more console exclusive stuff. All right, next up, Batman Arkham City, the sequel to Arkham Asylum. Arkham Asylum was $7 and this is $5. I think this was a bigger hit because of all the goodwill in the previous one, which was a minor hit. And they're like, Rocksteady, you got the keys to the kingdom, go for it. Still rated T, even though we see blood on Batman's hand there. And one interesting thing was, it wasn't this one, but manual. This is when I really just discovered they didn't have any printing on the back of this thing. So that was kind of interesting. But I played all of Arkham, loved it. I played 5 hours of this, didn't love it. Partially because they locked the Catwoman levels behind a single-use online code, and I had rented it from Gamefly. And partially just because it was too much. Like, it was unfocused to me. I also bounced off Arkham Asylum, or Arkham Knights really quick. I'm going to save you. Next up, we have the greatest hits version of Mortal Kombat with the DLC characters. This is one that I'm probably going to sell because for some reason it's ringing up at $13.89. So feel good about that. Next up, I have Fallout 3 for PS3. I've heard all Bethesda games are terrible on PS3. I have not played any of them on PS3. This includes the DLC maps, and I think it's actually on the disc, not a separate code. No codes included, so I don't know who would ever be looking for Fallout 3 on PS3, but it is valued at $877. So I'm gonna probably hold on to it in case PS3 has like a GameCube style like upgrade in prices. Maybe it's really hard to emulate, so maybe that'll help out. On the Fallout thing, I'm getting full series here. We have Fallout New Vegas, my favorite Fallout game. This is not the special edition with all the extra stuff. Full color manual, very thick. Happy to have this one, even though I'll never play it on PS3. I had mentioned in my previous attempt at this that my buddy Zach has put over 500 hours in Fallout New Vegas, which is nuts. I've probably put 175. I played through it twice. And then finally, in my previous version of this, we looked at some trailers and talked about it a bit. GoldenEye 007 Reloaded. What a great time to get this game now that it's out on Xbox and PS3. And this was positioned as a remake, even though it totally wasn't. It's based off the same movie, but it's in the Call of Duty engine, and it's doing all the Call of Duty stuff, like you've been knocked out, and then first person, you're like dragging yourself away from stuff. The stop and pop zoom in shooting, which GoldenEye did not have. But according to this, GameChronicles.com gave it a 9.4 out of 10. I played this maybe for an hour on a modified GameCube, and I never played it on HD consoles. I don't think I'm going to change that. This thing is getting listed because it is valued at $16.74. So altogether, I paid $20 for the PS3 games you see, and according to this, $79 of value. So 4X, will I ever get that? No. But I'm going to sell these two, which will, if they go, that's going to cover the rest of the stuff. So that is it. I'm going to transition to my next bag. And sorry for speed running this, or you're welcome for speed running this. Let me switch tabs on my Excel sheet, which I'm not showing you this time, because that's what broke my audio. All right. First up, we have a game that I swore was free to play. Apparently it's not. I've only played it streaming because the full game download is like 150 gigs. It is Ark Survival Evolved. I hate the art style of this game. When I played it, you're like naked showing up on a beach, and everything is like the perspective is too skewed, and it's like the uncanny valley is really bad. Sometimes Far Cry games give me the same vibe. So I made it like nowhere. I got like a rock and beat a guy to death, and then someone ate me, and then I was like, "Yeah, I'm done. I'm glad I didn't download this." So that is worth $10.99 somehow. So that's getting sold before that value drops more. Next up, we're just gonna blow through this. This was a game that I've seen. I think it's pretty recent. It is Naruto Storm 4, an anime action game. I might have streamed a level of this because I needed an achievement in a new Game Pass game. Naruto has a big place in popular culture. He's had a couple Fortnite things, which is where my primary experience with him is. I know the Naruto run, which was originally the Sonic run. So happy to have him. And while we're talking about our boy Naruto, he's coming back. I think it's Naruto. It's Naruto. He's coming back in Jump Force. I played a demo or something of this, and just the art styles merging together is horrific. Like you have the Dragon Ball guys with like the giant eyes. Actually, a couple of the guy in the middle. What's his name? Academia or One Punch Man. He's got the huge eyes, and it's like, nope, I don't like it. So a bad action game. I played a level of this, I think, to get an achievement or something. Yeah, and this has been pulled from online stores. I don't know why. It's only worth $11. I probably should hold it, but I'm going to list it and see what I can get. I'm going to skip this game for now. We have an Xbox launch title that is going for like nothing. It is Battlefield 4. It's a very good game. Maybe peak Battlefield. Sure, peak Battlefield. Just building on Battlefield 3 kind of rebooted some things and made it more console friendly. And then Battlefield 4 just took it to the next level, and then they tried some other stuff. I am a Battlefield hardline defender, even though I wish it was more like about actual policing and not like just some 80s movie. But I like that too. Yeah, so that is 449, which I think is optimistic. Speaking of highly valued games, we have FIFA 14. We have Qatar Airways, a preamble to them owning the whole World Cup, which somehow went well. Whatever. Sorry, migrant laborers that never got paid and died making the place. What a crap show, man! They just need to stop. So that was 569, which is higher than I thought it would be. Coming up on games that are not worth that much, we have another Xbox One launch title. Xbox One had a good launch. Like, the games were there, and just the system just didn't do what it needed to do because it just launched badly, like, despite having good games. So, Dead Rising 3, I beat this game. My buddy Eric and I got it around the same time. Cool graphics, but it's like dark and dreary and not funny. Like, it didn't have the photographer guys whose name I forget, or the biker guy Chuck from the second one. And it's a shame they shut the studio down, and they'll probably reboot this in a couple years. But zombies are kind of played out, so hopefully they'll give it a little bit longer. But I enjoyed it, even though it wasn't funny, and it was like easier than the other ones. Like that first one, like if you died, you're restarting the game. And they got rid of that pretty quick, but still, this is even easier. So number 2 was a real pain to beat. This one wasn't that bad. This is a game that I played a couple hours of, and I respect it more than I wanted to continue it. It is Alien Isolation. Sega. And I don't know if they still have the license for Alien. I think they did a mobile sequel of some type, which... Bleh. But I hope it did well for them. Creative Assembly, who's still making RTS games for them. This is their kind of redemption from Aliens Colonial Marines, which was a Gearbox trash fire. And this guy was 1121, so we're going to try to list him and see what happens. And then finally, the highest rated game was one that came last minute because they couldn't find some anime game that I wasn't able to find on price charting. They said, what about this? And I was like, sure. It is Grand Theft Auto Trilogy. I played the San Andreas version of this on Xbox One X, and I didn't like it. They up-resed it, and they made it modern, but they did it like poorly and quickly. And these were all mobile phone ports, so just everything looked bad. Like you're using, like they put so much work into the original GTA games, and then it almost looks like you're getting this stuff from an asset store. So, bummer when I played it. They put a lot of fixes in it, and I think like they did AI upscaling and stuff like that, like signs, like on businesses, the AI thought the letters were different, so it just has misspelled words in it. I think they fixed some of that. But this has got all 3 in it. I'm sure it's got like a 100 gig patch too. It's listed at $17.25. I've seen it new for like $10. So I'm going to list it, see what happens with it. I don't think it'll ever be a collector's item. Just because, I mean, Rockstar, I think they're still making copies of it. It probably just released on Switch too, because I think they delayed that one after the PS5 and Xbox ports got bad reviews. So, the Xbox One games you've seen were from a different house. I did have to drive 20 minutes away, but what was cool is I had my kids and we sang the whole time there and the whole time back. We had a great time. Didn't get in any traffic accidents. And what are we at? All right, so that was 25, and the value of these Xbox One games, according to price charting, is 79. So I feel better about this batch of games than the previous batch of games, even though the cost to value ratio is lower on the PS3 it's lower on these than the PS3 games, because I think I can sell a couple more of these, and I'm just more of an Xbox guy. PS3 is an underrated system. It's hard to emulate. I don't think Sony's interested in actually emulating those games. So it might have a GameCube-esque renaissance, but are people going to really be hunting for copies of Fallout unless like 500,000 of them go to a shredder? I don't know. I mean, those games will be ported all over the place, and Microsoft will be giving them out. We'll see. I mean, if I sell the ones that I said I'm going to sell at anywhere near the price, that will cover the amount for all of these. So I have 16 games. I'm going to list, I think, 7. And this will more than cover everything. And then the others will just go in the boxes. And wait until I'm fired from my actual job or something happens that I need money. And hopefully it'll be during a time when prices are up. So that's kind of my plan. And just really trying to keep my number that I'm paying for games under $5. Preferably, if I'm not super hyped about them, like closer to 2 or 3, which is about where I got on this one. It's about $3 a game. So if I sell these, they'll be made in the shade, and I don't mind putting a little work in to ship them. It's kind of fun. And also, like, I make them pay me for shipping, which usually nets me an additional dollar or two. Is it worth my time? Probably not. Is it something that makes me feel like I got something going on? Yeah. So, coming soon, my video game store. All right. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry if you watched the stream and it was all messed up. Thanks to my wife who came in with the cat. And thanks to this microphone for working the whole time. And take care.
What in the world is in that bag? What you got in that bag?
Video games that were purchased off of the internet.